My name is Riff, analyst of character and intention, as well as a world traveler. Welcome to the Abyss, located right next to the Void. And the Rift. This is the realm I have claimed, and I will use this realm to create content. What did you think I'd use an empty space for? There's nothing here.
This?
Who are you?
I am the Abyss, who you have just claimed ownership of and awakened. I am able to interact through pulling things such as clips from elsewhere. I don't quite feel comfortable using my true voice yet, so I have altered it for now.
Okay, is there a way you'd like me to address you?
She or her?
Nice to meet you. Anyway, I'm going to start reviewing and analyzing things in the Abyss. Mainly characters from media for your entertainment and education. You hear that, YouTube? Don't demonetize or copy strike this video because it's under educational. Anyway, this intro's gone on way too long, and I know exactly what I want to discuss first.
And what is that, my pretentious master?
The elements of chaos. Wait, what did you just call? The Oxford Dictionary definition of chaos states that chaos is complete disorder and confusion. While a good and solid definition, I believe that chaos has more to it than just that.
What do you mean, master?
Well, chaos is a complex, fun, beautiful, and strange thing. But unfortunately, chaos, like everything, has negatives to it. And boy, can those negatives get bad. Those negatives are what media usually focuses on, whether it be cartoon, film, or game. If something is described as chaotic, or given the title of chaos, it is usually bad, or they're a villain.
You mean like this, master?
Interesting!
Could you stop calling me master? It really makes me uncomfortable.
Of course, my lord.
I guess that's better. Anyway, I'm going to try and explain what I believe are the core elements of chaos and characters who represent them. The first type of chaos I would like to bring up is subtle. Many don't believe chaos can be subtle, or it just doesn't come to mind. Subtle is the least brought up, and other forms of chaos are much more dominant, but I believe it still holds merit. You see, subtle is the type of chaos where something strange, inexplicable, or unexplainable happens, either briefly or extremely out of focus, so you have to think about it. It's usually important, but not obvious at first, making you think or confusing you.
How does this relate to Cross Eyes we've been seeing?
Thank you for asking, my passive-aggressive friend. Well, Gregory himself is from the Gregory Horror Show, and is owner of Gregory House, a refuge for lost souls.
But what does he have to do with this?
I was getting to that, my impatient friend. Gregory is an odd person, if the fact that he's a rat didn't tip you off. He has strange, chaotic, and unexplainable things happen to him regularly, and while he does bring focus to things, he doesn't proclaim how chaotic they are, and you sometimes have to think about it before you realize it's impossible or strange. Gregory is a sadist, as you can see many times. His most sadistic deed being against Neko Zombie.
Someone took a needle and sewed everything shut. His eyes, his mouth, his ears, his whole face like a patchwork quilt. A shame, really. May I suggest that you keep your door locked? It would be unfortunate for you to wake up one morning and discover that your eyes won't open.
This doesn't combine well with his other trait.
Gregory, I can also see into your future. I see you crying like a baby.
Me? Shed a tear? Why, that would never happen. You're a crappy fortune teller.
You can't deny your destiny.
As you see, he doesn't believe anything bad of himself and is incredibly self-centered, but these traits make him quite unlikable to the residents of the hotel, meaning while they don't outright revolt against him,
How dare you!
I'm starving!
bar Neko Zombie, they do ignore and lash out against him, which is often how his subtle chaos is caused, because while self-centered to the point of leaving his hag of a mother fall to her death for a block of cheese, he is very committed to his job, which, spoiler alert, is capturing souls and thus downplays or tries to hide these actions.
The rat likes to take souls?
Yes, and he takes it very seriously. To collect them, he must make people lose their sanity, and the best way to do so is to mess with their mind, and subtle chaos is better for the slow descent, which combines his sadism, causing them to suffer longer, with the subtlety being shown consistently. Gregory is the encapsulation of subtle chaos, occasionally doing something completely chaotic for quick moments and never focused on. Unfortunately, due to the nature of this type of chaos, there's not much more to discuss and not many other examples.
We could ask him ourselves.
Wait, what? No. And what will you not do again?
Not randomly summon people.
I choose to ignore that. The next element is fun.
From what I gathered, I thought chaos was solely disruptive.
Well, one of the main reasons people cause chaos is for the sake of their, and even others', enjoyment. And Discord absolutely encompasses this, manipulating the world and order for the sake of his enjoyment. Cotton candy clouds, chocolate rain, pranking others, and pulling tricks all for the sake of laughs.
See what I just did? It's priceless!
And face it, if he wasn't threatening to make these things a constant, you would absolutely love to join in this chaos.
I would.
See, even Abyss would. Discord is solely driven by his own interests and wants to have fun above all else. And after his redemption, he has been using his powers to liven things up and entertain not just himself, but his friends. Although he has trouble with people.
Don't let him come over. Please don't let him come over. Please don't let him come over. Please, please, please. Oh!
And can make things worse with his unparalleled confidence and selfishness as being the holder of this element. He is always out to make things entertaining, mainly for himself. He is the perfect representation of this element, as well as being part of my three-way tie for favourite MLP character with Discord, Yona, and Starlight Glimmer. The next and most controversial element is weird chaos. This is a very core part of chaos and is ever present, although how far it goes changes whether it is negative or a positive. You see, chaos, no matter what, is the fact that something strange, weird, or unexplainable happens to the world or individual. But depending on how far you're willing to go and how creative you're willing to get, depends on whether it's a positive or a negative. At the end of the day, it's all about creativity. Abyss, would you mind helping me make my point? For example, making a sky into a distorted meme. This, while weird and sure to cause a riot, it's not itself going to cause any problems. However, if you were to say, shuffle the functions of every hole in someone's face.
It's a great offer! How about instead I shuffle the functions of every hole in your face?
Still nightmare fuel. Ugh. This is quite clearly negative because it's twisted something solely to horrify or cause, let's say, discomfort. Although to my knowledge there is no better character for this role, there are better examples through the works of people like Salvador Dali and Edvard Munch. Their paintings show just how beautiful, interesting, and cool weirdness can be. But Bill is a monster who brought an event called Weirdmageddon to the sleepy town of Gravity Falls with random monsters, bubbles of pure madness, and unique ways of destroying the town. He unleashed his creativity on the town to make it this way, and you're gonna find it hard to find something weirder than Weirdmageddon, which Bill, if not defeated, would just keep building on. Bill has one sole intention: create weirdness and chaos, not caring about how many people suffer, killing anyone who stands in his way in some weird manner. Bill is absolutely the best example of strange chaos. The next element to